Hello, friends, and welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I am your host, Tom Downey, and we'll start things off with a little smallish news item on the Cowboys. DeMarcus Ware, not that it's much of a surprise, he's going to go into the Ring of Honor. He revealed that Jerry Jones has already told him that he's in, and Jerry also already told DeMarcus Ware when he'll go in. Now, DeMarcus did not spoil the beans on that one, did not tell us when he's going to go in, but that one is going to happen, so keep an eye out for that one, folks. DeMarcus Ware, plus, of course, Witten and Tony, those guys are all going to go in the very near future. All right, on now to our Cowboys rumors. First up, do the Cowboys not need Sean Lee anymore? I'll give this one 2 stars. There is a little bit of truth to it, and it could very well be true come the end of the current season. And I don't think it's that they need Sean Lee, but you'd rather still have Sean Lee out there playing. But the big thing overall is Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith have made the Cowboys not miss Sean Lee as much. In years past, when Sean Lee didn't play, you can pencil in the Cowboys defense for giving up 30 points and probably losing. This time, they shut down Jacksonville on offense. And overall, the LVE and Smith duo have done very well so far. So you don't technically need Sean Lee in the way that you absolutely had to in the past, but I still think you want him out there. So I'm typing in kind of no, you don't need him, but I still want him on the roster, even though he often is injury prone. All right, folks, go subscribe to our Cowboys Report YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers. We are almost there, just a couple of ways, so tell a friend. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the day, we had already passed that 5K mark. YouTube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report has all of our great Cowboys coverage all in one spot. All right, next up, speaking of Sean Lee, is he still the Cowboys' #1 linebacker? Well, I'm going to give this one 3 stars. I know that there's plenty of reason to love Jalen Smith and love Leighton Vander Esch, and this is not a knock on either of those 2 players. It's a compliment to Sean Lee, who, as I will continue to say until it's no longer the case, when he's healthy and out there, he's a top 3 off-ball linebacker, i.e. non-edge rushers. And Lee is working his way back into practice, and he's the guy that gets the most first-team reps out there in terms of with LVE and with Smith. So it's going to be a rotation when those guys, or when Lee comes back, they'll all split time. But when it comes to like 3rd down and late in the 4th quarter and you need your 2 best backers on the field, Sean Lee is going to be one of those guys out there. So let me know who you guys think is the best linebacker on the roster. I still think it's Sean Lee, but there is some reason to believe in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch long term. All right, folks, I have a special Cowboys jersey giveaway for you guys. Here's how you can get in. For starters, sign up and deposit with BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is Cowboys120. Put down $50. They'll give you $60 for free, so you're already making money on that end. Then DM me on Twitter @WhatGoingDowney, and I'll hook you guys up with my NFL Pick'em game link. If you guys deposit with BetDSI and you join my NFL weekly Pick'em, just straight up, just pick the winner each week, we'll give you guys a Cowboys jersey. You see the Zeke one on there? We've got Dak and some others as well. So get signed up with BetDSI. DM me on Twitter @WhatGoingDowney if you guys want in. It's a fantastic deal, folks. All right, back now to the Cowboys rumors. Did communication lead to the road woes for the Cowboys in recent weeks? If you ask Zeke Elliott, yes. So I'll give it 3 stars on this one. It does seem pretty likely. And Zeke says the communication has been bad on the road. And my immediate thought when I heard Zeke say that, the Cowboys missed Travis Frederick. Now, Joe Looney's been really good. He's been way better than what I thought he was going to be. That is a big deal for the Cowboys. But I think you missed Frederick. And Zeke pointed out the whole, pointing out guys, putting out the Mike linebacker. I think that's where they missed Frederick the most. Looney's been good, but he's not the NFL's best center in Travis Frederick. So 3 stars, but again, it's more than just one thing that's been the problem for the Cowboys offense this season. All right, some more bad news here. Tavon Austin, could he head to IR? I'll give this one 2 stars. Not quite set in stone, but Jason Garrett says, and we don't have any further information on it as of right now, that Tavon is getting a second opinion on his groin injury and that an IR stint could be possible. And that sucks for the Cowboys because even though they haven't used Tavon in the 12 to 24 touches, some people, Stephen Jones, said the Cowboys were going to use him in, they do miss him. And with him out there, I don't know how you replace Tavon. And we'll talk more about this in my mailbag section later on in the week. But you don't really have a Tavon Austin type player. A Bryce Butler, a Deontay Thompson can fill the role in terms of speed and going deep. and I guess Cole Beasley can handle some of the jet sweeps and motions, but you miss his speed and you miss the short area ability that makes him so dynamic at times, the ability to make guys miss in a tight area field. That's where you're going to miss Tavon Austin the most. Plus, not to mention, you're going to miss him on returns as well. All right, folks, if you guys like the shirt that I'm wearing, go get one of your own at Mizzen and Main. Comfortable.af is the site, and trust me, folks, you will not own a more comfortable dress shirt than a Mizzen and Main shirt. All right, more receiver news here. Back to one Terrance Williams. Could there be a suspension coming for the Cowboys wide receivers? We'll bump this one up to 3 stars. Mike Fisher says that he thinks it's now moving from looming, which was what had been reported here on this show as well in the past, to we think this is actually going to go down. And if that's the case, T will serve his suspension while on IR. And while he's banged up, by the way, look, it doesn't really matter too much for the Cowboys right now because the suspension, whenever he's already hurt and on IR. I don't know if we're ever going to see T. Will again for the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know what you guys think. Type 1 for yes, type 2 if you think he'll play another snap for Dallas. You can save a lot of money by cutting him next year. You clearly don't need him because he hasn't made any impact at all this year. I say 2. We're not going to see T. Will play again for the Dallas Cowboys. All right, one more rumor for you guys. Could a breakout be coming for one Michael Gallup? I'll give this one 3 stars. And again, as I've said before, I wasn't super pleased with how Gallup played early on in the year. And I think Gallup would agree he had some drops and some overall issues. But he almost had that incredible TD catch against the Jaguars. That was a thing of beauty. Not his fault he couldn't bring it down. That's a tough play that he almost found a way to make. And the progress, you can see it week in and week out. And you can see it also in the snap counts. It was Michael Gallup who was actually the Cowboys' lead snap getter among receivers. Not sure why it's not Cole Beasley, but whatever. Gallup was your number 1 guy. Now, with that said, despite all the snaps, wasn't really targeted against the Jags. Cole, of course, was great. We all know that. Michael Gallup only had 2 targets, though. Now, he pulled in the one, a great jump ball. The other one, he almost caught for a touchdown. So I wouldn't mind shifting those 4 targets and moving them over to Gallup instead. But overall for the year, he hasn't quite made the impact that you want, but I think that's coming. Now, he's not going to be Calvin Ridley with the Falcons right now. That's never going to happen with the way the Cowboys offense is run, with the players that the Falcons have alongside of Ridley. That's not going to happen. But I do like what Gallup brings. I know I was negative on him earlier this year, but we've seen the progress come along. I think by the end of the year, he's going to be your top outside receiver. And frankly, given the way Allen Hurns has played so far this year, he might already be. All right, folks, before we go, I do want to remind you one more time about my Cowboys jersey giveaway. Sign up and deposit with BetDSI. You guys know how much these legit jerseys cost. These are from the NFL, by the way. You put down $50 with BetDSI, you get a free jersey. BetDSI is going to give you $60 for free, and then DM me on Twitter for my NFL weekly game picks. And guess what? You can win $25 each week if you come in first place on that. So DM me on Twitter if you guys want in. It is a fantastic value, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for the next Cowboys Report.